Okay, good morning, everyone. Time is 9:30 a.m. I'd like to call to order the meeting for April 29th. And Erica, you can do the roll call.
Commissioner Mollica.
Here.
Commissioner Henson.
Here.
Commissioner Pinter.
Here.
Commissioner Odoricio.
Here.
Commissioner Baca.
Here. If everyone please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I just need a motion to approve the agenda this morning.
Motion to approve the agenda.
Second. I don't have a screen.
I don't either.
Tech support is coming.
Oh, so
Refresh.
there you go.
Refresh the URL. Right?
The motion passes 5-0. So we do not have any awards and presentations. Erica, do you have anyone signed up for public comment?
We do not.
Any elected official communication? Commissioner Pinter.
Yeah, I just want to make a comment. Most of the board, I think all the board, is going to DC on a federal lobbying trip. And I think it's something that we all take seriously and hear from the public about and hear from staff about regularly, that so many things are at stake right now. And I just want to alert everyone that we'll be heading out Wednesday, be there Thursday, Friday, coming home Friday evening, and really trying to represent Adams County, our values, what's important to us, what our concerns are to our federal delegation. And I just want to say it's an honor to represent Adams County, and I hope that we will find some opportunities to find traction for things that are important for Adams County residents.
Great, thank you, Commissioner. Anybody else? Okay. We're on to the consent calendar. We do not have anything scheduled. I'm just going to call on the county manager, county attorney.
No new business from the county manager.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, we do have an executive session today pursuant to Colorado Revised Statute 24-6, 402, 4B, and E for the purpose of receiving legal advice and instructing negotiators regarding Aurora domestic violence case administration.
So moved.
Second.
And that motion passes 5-0. So we're on to the land use hearing cases, and I see staff is set up. So you'd like to come forward? Yes, absolutely.
Good morning. Can you hear me? Well, okay. Good morning. My name is David Dubosky, and I am here to present to you the Dolphin Industrial Subdivision final plat. And this request is to occur on 7563 Dahlia Street. So the request before you is a minor subdivision final plat to create one lot of approximately 6.8 acres within the Industrial 2 Zone District. And at its core, what it's doing, this request is combining two lots into one. And this will remedy an illegal subdivision as one of the lots is illegally created. So to get better context of where we are, on the left image, you can see the green rectangle is the site, and it is located between I-76, I-85, and Thornton and Commerce City. And then if we zoom in on that green rectangle, we can look and we can see that the subject site is these two parcels. One that actually acts as the access off of Dahlia Street, and then the larger one near East 74th Way. And I just want to point out that across the street is our Fleet and Facilities building. Just provide a little more context. The current zoning for this site is Industrial 2. As you can see, there are many I2 zones in the area. Future land use for this site is in industrial medium. So there is alignment with the future land use. When reviewing a request for a minor subdivision, the request must be consistent with the comprehensive plan and with the purpose of the development standards, must conform to the subdivision design standards. There must be evidence of sufficient water supply and sewage. There must be there's evidence of no concerns with the soil or topography, evidence of adequate drainage. Then there must be adequate public infrastructure, and the request must conform to the density of the development within the zone district, must be compatible and harmonious to the surrounding area, and must be consistent with the sketch plan. So here's an image of the final plat. I highlighted the subject area in orange to give you a better idea of what will become this request if successful. And so this plat is consistent with the comprehensive plan and with the purpose of the development standards. It conforms with the subdivision design standards, is compatible with the density standards. There is adequate water and sewer supply. They are in South Adams Metro District. There is no drainage or geological concerns, and it is compatible with the surrounding area. And to highlight that compatibility, here are images from the site. And so if we were looking at the entrance, we were looking on the bottom right image where it says west, but in the middle. So sorry, not bottom right, so bottom middle. That is the entrance to the property. And so then if we were to walk further down to see the other west image, you can see this site next to it that also is in front of it, but also adjacent to it because of the weird shape. And so then if we look to the north and the south of Dahlia Street, we can see what the site looks like. And then across the street, east and southeast, you can see these industrial uses. Southeast, that image is actually the county's Fleet and Facilities building. So this area is very industrial in nature. So this request is compatible. So all in all, we sent 128 notifications to property owners and occupants within 1,000 feet. There were no comments we received, and no referral agencies were concerned with this subdivision. This case went to Planning Commission April 10th of this year. No public comment, and the Planning Commission voted to recommend approval unanimously. So staff is going to recommend, based on its compliance and consistency with the comprehensive plan and the development standards, its compatibility with the surrounding area, and the fact that it's bringing the lot into conformance, approval of the final plat, PLT 2024-30 with 11 findings of fact, 2 conditions, and 1 note. Here are findings of fact. Here are the conditions and a note. Thank you. That concludes my presentation. I'm available for questions.
Great, thank you so much. So I'm going to go over the land use process, then we can get to questions from the board for staff. I recognize everyone in the room, but just for consistency's sake, staff presentation, it comes back to the board for questions. The applicant will present next. Then we'll have questions from the board. Any public comment, doesn't look like that will be applicable today. Applicant response if requested, and then commissioner discussion and motion. So at this time, do we have any questions for staff?
Yeah, actually I do.
Commissioner Henson.
Hi, thanks. So the access to Dahlia, that already exists. I'm assuming that the property owners are already using it, so there's not going to be any change in the number of vehicles accessing Dahlia or where they access Dahlia. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. I just wanted to confirm that I understood that correctly. Thank you.
I do have a quick question. And I could have looked this up. Is there any impact? So north and south of the probably existing driveway, is that the same owner? Does it have any effect on their business? I'm assuming this is already operating, probably has been for decades.
So that is correct. It is already operating, and so the owners of the two parcels are the same. And yeah, so it's been operating, and this is just to maintain. This is just to legalize what's already
Compliance.
Yeah, just
Okay.
to yeah.
Great, thank you. Anybody else? Okay, then I'd ask the applicant to please come forward and state your name and address for the record, and then we'll have board questions after your presentation.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the County Commission. Todd Messenger, Fairfield and Woods PC, 1801 California Street, Suite 2600, Denver, on behalf of the applicant, Dolphin Industrial. Just to let you know, the purpose of this subdivision is because Dolphin wants to be a good neighbor in the county, and the county had identified that this lot had been illegally created back in 1985 before the current owner or Dolphin ever knew anything about it, and that the county's preferred remedy for that, instead of going after the original lot owner criminally, would be to just get this taken care of. And so our client has decided to go through this minor subdivision process just to consolidate two lots and kind of maintain the existing condition on the property. But a little bit about our client. Our client, Dolphin Industrial, has 10 North American offices and manages more than 55 million square feet of industrial and logistics space, mostly last mile kind of stuff. And so this area is an important asset for them, and we anticipate that there will be some upgrades in terms of, right now I think it's a multi-tenant outdoor storage space. We would think that it would end up being a little more well organized and so forth moving forward. And so Dolphin is a terrific management company, and they're expanding their operations in Colorado, and we're happy to represent them. We're here to answer any questions that the board may have, and we appreciate the board's consideration of this application, and we hope to be able to close this transaction tomorrow.
Great, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Questions from the board? No questions. Thank you for your presentation. So I'm going to ask for public comments. Again, looks like
It's a lot of empty chairs out there.
I know we know
Maybe
a lot
one
of
them
we
has
know a
something
lot
to
of
say.
faces. Not that they wouldn't be also constituents, but okay. So commissioner discussion and then a motion would follow. Commissioner Odricio.
I think we're going through and we're finding a lot of these types of parcels out there. We've been seeing it over the last few years, so I think this is going to be a consistent thing. And at some point, if we have a policy that helps us streamline these things, I'd love to see that. And I think that was something that we've talked about in the past, where it could even down the road become some sort of administrative thing, as long as it doesn't trigger any sort of major impacts to the community. Because like I said, we've seen it, but that's a different conversation for another day. So I'd be happy to make a motion if there's no other discussion. I'd be happy to second Emma Pinter's motion.
Commissioner Odricio, it literally showed moved by Steve Odricio, and so I pressed the button. I'm happy to
That is
collaborate with you on this motion.
Go ahead.
All right, so I move to approve final plat PLT 2024-30 with 11 findings of fact, 2 conditions, and 1 note.
Second.
And the motion passes 5-0. So thank you to the applicant for being present today, and thank you to staff. So with no additional items on our agenda this morning, we are adjourned at 9:45 a.m.